Welcome to a brand new episode of YouTube Boxing SZN podcast. I am Fight Lounge. You can follow me on all the socials: Twitter, IG, YouTube, TikTok, etc. I'm on there. On this episode, I'm actually going to speak on Fousey and Keemstar's new promotion, Happy Punch promotion, and them sign their first influencer slash fighter, who turned to be Deen the Great. I thought that the person that was going to sign was going to be Nick Ireland because I don't know if they helped Nick get on the bare knuckle boxing 19 card. For those you don't know, that's the card that had Blueface on it, where he beat up Docker and a fan in the same night. I thought it was gonna be Nick Ireland because he won. They was in Florida. He had a good reaction. It was a sloppy fight, but adrenaline and all that. But beside the point, I thought the person they signed was Nick Ireland. But and I knew who Deen the Great was because of Enzo. Some of you guys know Enzo. I've had on podcast. He has on YouTube channel. And Enzo wanted to fight him. He called him out. So that's the only reason I knew who he was. But for Keem and Fousey, maybe not Fousey because numbers don't matter that much to Fousey anymore. But for Keem it does. If you go look for Deen the Great, his YouTube channel, he doesn't even have 200K subscribers. And people make fun of Slim because he doesn't have enough subscribers. Slim has at least 600K. And on IG, Slim has how much does he have? I'm going real quick. Hold on. Slim. Slim has 270K IG subscribers, and Deen has it's right now it's on 32.9, but he might hit 33 after Bread Batch and everybody and YouTube Boxing and everybody starts posting about him. So let's say 3,000. 33,000. Like, I'm happy because this dude can fight. If you check out his channel, all his past content, he's literally fighting people on the street. Like, a drop of a hat, he has boxing gloves with him. He gives them to the opponent, and right then and there they scrap. So you gotta respect them. But YouTube boxing is all about clout. And if Slim can't get big fights, and Al Seller can't get big fights, I don't know how Deen is going to get big fights. Like, he has Fousey and King's backing, but I don't know. Plus his size, he's 130, 140 range. The two people on the top of my head is Adam Sala and DDG. And actually on Deen the Great, on Deen the Great, his YouTube channel, it said Deen versus DDG boxing announcement. So even he wants to fight DDG. He know that's a big name. DDG is killing it with music right now. But again, only reason why DDG fought Nate, I think it's Nate Wyatt, Nate Watt. It doesn't matter. He's not that good in boxing. That TikToker, Nate, DG only did for the money. He did for money. His album released around that time. Then the very next week, he was on double XL freshman cover list. So he did it for exposure, money, and I don't see what's in it for DDG to fight Deen the Great. I just don't see it unless Fousey and Keem offer him a big bag to fight him. Possibly, maybe. Like I said, it would have to be big. Adam Sala, possibly. But again, this dude doesn't have 33,000 IGs, followers. Doesn't even have 200K subscribers on YouTube, man. Like I said, in Slim and Adam has the subscribers, but doesn't have the views. And Slim gets teased because he doesn't have the views or the subs. This dude doesn't even have that. So, I don't know. But, shout out to Fousey and Keem. They are taking YouTube out to another level. Keem was good doing commentary on Social Gloves and on bare knuckle boxing. Fousey, he was very important for YouTube boxing history. He versus Slim, he lost, but that was a very, very important fight and a very infamous night because of Adam, his alleged fix fighting, and Keemstar. He's part of the YouTube community as well the YouTube boxing community. Like, he was talking from the very beginning. I think when Weller in KSI was being talked about. So he's been there since day one. So I'm glad to see him being involved. Um, but for people who don't know, this makes Fousey literally Tube and Keemstar, Keem Hearn. They're literally Eddie Hearn, Dana White, Don King, Franklin Warren, like all those guys. They literally have a promotion and they sign a first fighter. And so right now, he doesn't have Deen the Great doesn't have that much clout or exposure, but best believe he will be featured on Drama Alert, which is viewed by what millions of people. So they will help him. And another reason why I'm happy that they got a kid who can fight but doesn't have a big following, because that is a promotion job. That's promotion 101. Get a relatively unknown fighter, build him up, make it to a superstar. And with him being in line with Fousey and King, you couldn't ask for better promotions. Brad Bash doing the thing with social knockouts. Happy to see them. He's been doing this since day one as well. But also, don't be surprised. Probably not for the Jake Paul fight, because it's probably too soon. But don't be shocked if it's Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury, and they ask Jake, "Hey, can we get Deen the Great, on the card?" Basically how Vidal was before he finished signing to Mayweather. Like Vidal was going to Mexico, Dubai. He was the very, very first fight on Broner versus Pacquiao. And his manager was like, "Hey, we just need some exposure. We just need some fights, And he got the right person's attention, signed to Mayweather. But don't be shocked if you see Deen the Great doing that. If there's another bare knuckle boxing and Keem and Fousey is involved, don't be surprised if Dean's fighting on the card. If there is a Social Gloves Tube event, do not be shocked if you see Deen the Great on the card. Because that's what they do. They're getting exposure for a fighter. They're getting him fights. And they hopefully will get him featured on big events. But I have a question for you guys. And I have several questions, but I'm going to have it too. First question. Do you think this is the first of many signings for Heavy Punch promotion, which is Keem's and Fousey's promotion? I think Dean's going to be the first one. And his contract, his asking price, going to be a lot different than a DG's asking price or a Holder's asking price or even Gibbs. And like I said, he doesn't have that big of a following. I don't think Brad Batch ever made a post about him. I don't think the YouTube Boxing, Twitter, and IG account hasn't. So I heard of him because of Enzo, but he's gonna get paid. He got like Fousey that took him out to a steakhouse. He's gonna be featured in Kevin Wong's new video, so he's getting paparazzi. Like TMZ type of videos, so his name will get out there. This is just literally day one. But I can see other YouTubers want to jump on it. Cause like people like Gibb just wants to fight. Slim and Adam, they just want to fight. They were social gloves. I mean, they were social knockouts, so they're happy. For people who really want to fight, I can see them telling Fousey and Keem, "Hey, I want to be on your promotion." So I think this is the first of many. Deen is the quote unquote guinea pig. They're gonna do some. Like it's gonna be easy because they focus on one person. But when you have like 5-10 people, it's just too much on plate. But the second question is, who do you think he's going to fight next? Like I said, he usually finds people on the street. He has like boxing gloves and stuff like that. So this time he will be inside a ring. Do you think it'll be under a actual boxing event or it'll be a YouTube boxing event? I would probably say YouTube boxing event because Keem and Fousey involved, and he's an actual influencer. But Duke can fight. Like if you watch his videos, Duke can legit fight. He just doesn't have any clout yet. I can see him versus Adam Sala happening. DDG, I really don't see it unless they offer him the big bag. And after Social Gloves, he probably wants that big bag up front. Yeah, that's my 2 questions for you guys regarding this. And that's going to do it for this episode. I want to do like a 30-minute, hour-long episode But like I told you guys in the last episode, um, I am a full time worker. I'm not a full time content creator, not even part time actually. It's when I have some free time, I make this stuff. But um, the next one I do will focus on Austin and Broom and Social Gloves 2. Will it be a Social Glove 2? There are so many lawsuits that he's involved in. I personally don't see it happening. I think he's like not lying to the public, but trying to make the public, hey, don't forget about us. We know it's YouTube boxing season. You got Jake, you know, Fousey and King that announced a promotion. Sim and Adam fighting, and Gib might be coming back. Like I think he's just like, hey, don't forget about us. I don't think he fights till next year, but that'll be the next episode. For this one, the Happy Punch promotion is a pretty big deal. 'Cause like I said, if they sign Deen the Great, and what if they sign Gib next? Like that's always a possibility. And to actually have some, legit promoters in YouTube boxing, I think that's really dope. Will Keem and Fousey have an event? I always wanted to, ever since FaZe Jarvis won, I said they need to do a FaZe Clan versus the world event. You got FaZe Sensei, FaZe Jarvis, FaZe Tempo, Overflow, Evolve, Evolve. I think it could work, man. And like I said, and King has connections. But the number one issue is gonna be payday. It's gonna be about money. And that's what Social Glove ran into. Like at the press conference, 80% of people who said, well, 8 people who was at the press conference, they all said, I'm gonna do this for money. So for FaZe Clan, of course they're gonna do it for money, but those guys are filthy rich. Like they're good. They're gonna have to do it for the exposure, for the fun, and all that. Because like as we saw, you can't just give every single person on the card. You can promise them $1 million or even $500,000. You just can't. Some people on top can get 2-3 million. 400 people in the prelims and the bottom of the card, maybe 10K, maybe 50, maybe 60. I don't know. I don't have a promotion. I never promote a fight or sign a contract, but every single person on the card cannot be getting big contracts, and that's what Social Glove ran into. But yeah, guys, like it's YouTube boxing season, man. Every week there's something new. Every single week, like Wooly and Jake Paul's in 2 weeks. Anderson Silva is fighting Tito Ortiz. So does that mean it's not gonna be Anderson Silva versus Logan Paul? What does Logan do next? Does KSI return? Does Gib return? Like it's 2021, but the rumors and the news doesn't stop, man. And that's why I like doing this podcast. But again, I'm gonna end this right here. You can follow me on Twitter, IG, YouTube, Fight Lounge. Just search, for it. If you are listening to this on all the podcasts, on Spotify, on Anchor. I don't think I'm on iTunes yet. I gotta try to get on that. I think I gotta get some more listeners, more followers, whatever. But I get on iTunes eventually. And if I'm sound like I'm half asleep, because I am. It's like 6 a.m. Again, I really don't have that much time. But now I'm like, where I have 20 minutes to kill. Go ahead and record episodes. I'm gonna try to do better next week. Next week, maybe Deen the Great will have a point lineup and announce. Who knows? But I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.